What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. Oh, I feel like I'm losing my voice. um, this is the Belle Collective Season 2, Episode 5. So, yes, Episode 5. So, we start this episode off. We have Letitia meeting up with Marie down to the spa. They are getting the little rejuvenations for your lady parts. We've seen this before. You know, they even have home kits now, child, where they send you the kit and you can put it in your own bathroom. Marie act like she ain't never seen it before and she didn't know what was going on, and she may not have. You know, that's cool. But they have a talk, and it's good to see that they can put the whole brunch thing past them. And Maria's talking about she's having a birthday party, basically, and how she's going to invite her family and friends. And then they got to talking about Cedric, and we find out that her and Cedric are, I guess they're co-parenting. They went to Disneyland together. I guess they took their daughter to Disneyland, and, you know, Marie trying to say that ain't nothing go down, but I don't believe it. Especially after the way I saw she was looking at him at the end of this episode when he was singing happy birthday to her. Child, you better sell it to somebody else because I ain't buying it. Now, Letitia was also talking about Glenn and her struggles with that and how Glenn is trying to get back in, and that whole situation. And so they both just sort of commiserating on they ain't no good, you know, husbands. She talked about the infidelity and just how bad the infidelity was. I'm talking about Marie now with Cedric. She's talking about how bad the infidelity was. She said, listen, when he was home, he was a great husband. The problem is he spent a lot of time not home and entertaining other women. She said he was traveling all over the country, and she said he had call girls and all kinds of stuff going on. So, it sounds like good riddance to Cedric, but the way she talking, child, Cedric ain't gone nowhere. He might have temporarily moved to the back, but he ain't gone nowhere. Okay. So then we see Tambra meet up with her parents, and she has her man meet her over there, and basically they are letting their parents know that they're back together and that they want to have a child. But daddy is old school, and daddy is like, that's all well and good, but I need y'all to do this in decency and in order. And in order means you getting married first. And so, you know, Boo thing was like, well, you know, that's exactly what I want, you know. We definitely want to get married first, you know. And then we got to talking about her grandmother. We found out that her grandmother passed recently. And her grandmother passed while she was in the hospital having her surgery. And she carries some guilt, although I don't think she should, but you can't tell somebody how to feel. You know, you got to work that out in therapy, girl. But she felt like her grandmother had always been there for her. But when she needed her grandmother, she wasn't there for her grandmother. But I was like, girl, you was in the hospital. Like, you had to have surgery. Like, I think it's not like you was out partying in Miami or nothing. You know, you were sick and you had to take care of yourself as well. Even on the plane, the pilot tell you to pull down, put your air mask on before you help anybody else. I mean, you gotta take care of yourself, baby. But anyway, we found out that they're selling the grandmother's house, and so she said, I want to go by one last time, you know, just to see grandma's house before we sell it. And we found out that Damon, aka her man, he actually, where he lives and has to go to work, he actually drives past her grandmother's house every day. And we remember that her and Damon were together for a very long time. And he has relationships with her family, you know. We found out later on in the episode that him and the grandmother used to have all kinds of conversations outside of Tambra. So, on one hand, it's cool to see. But then on the other hand, you know, I'm keeping in my back pocket this whole situation with Letitia's friend and their quote-unquote emotional bond. We'll get back to that, child. So we find out that Akia had a birthday party for her daughter, and girl, ain't nobody come. She invited all the ladies, but none of them came. But here's the thing. You can't give people your ass to kiss and then don't understand why they not there for you when you want them to be there for you. And she was like, well, even though I left the brunch and the brunch was, I at least showed up. And so she was, and Tiambra was like, she felt, kind of weird because she didn't go either, but she came by later to bring a gift and everything for the baby. And she was like, and the thing is, Ikea is still talking shit about Tiambra in the confessional. Now, Tiambra done made a special trip over there to bring your baby, who she ain't never met, and she don't even have no kids of her own, but she done came all the way over there to bring your child a gift. And when she opened the door, she went to go say hi to the girl, and the baby started crying. Because, Tiambra's voice is kind of shrilly. And she gonna talk shit. I said, see, that's why ain't nobody come to your damn party. Now, we found out later on in the episode, it's a little deeper than that, because word done got back to the rest of the ladies, Letitia, Hair Goddess, Miss Marie Monroe, that not only was Ikea talking shit about the brunch, but she was talking a whole lot of trash about the ladies personally, calling them unattractive. Well, actually, she just said ugly. And some other things. And so, again, why did you expect them to show up to the Chuck E. Cheese? Anyway, child. So, also, Ikea lets Tiambra know, listen, Letitia was asking me about your man, okay? She was asking me about Greedy, a.k.a. Damon, because she said a friend of hers is cool with him, and I felt like she was trying to fill me out for some information, girl, so I'm just letting you know. And, Tiambra was like, really? That's interesting, because I literally just talked to, Letitia, and because I know Letitia the way I know Letitia, if she really felt some kind of way, she would talk to me about it. So I'm not really worried. Although in the back of my mind, I'm kind of like, But I ain't really worried about it too much, because, again, if it was really that important, she'd have said something to me. But, planting that seed. Although I ain't mad at Ikea for that one, because I'd have done the exact same thing. I'd have been like, girl, look, I don't know these people, but she done asked me about this and you and what and however, and I just thought I'd let you know. So I kind of feel her on that one. Now, over here with Marie, we got Marie and Essie. They are working on it. They can open up 5 new locations, and we find out that Cedric has actually hooked Marie up with one of these locations. He knew somebody, and that I guess had a building that was available in the place where they were looking, and sort of brokered the meeting or whatever. Now, Marie, I'm gonna have to call some BS on this situation right now, because when you was talking to Essie, you gave Cedric a lot of credit as far as being connected to this 5th location. But then later on in the episode, at your rebirth party, you gave him credit for introducing you to this new pain management situation that's really helping out your lupus. Now, the reality is 2 things can be true at the same time. But I find it very interesting that you having all these conversations and connections and hookups with a man that you swear you don't talk to. She told me I ain't talked to him in a year. But every time she bring up Cedric, they done had another conversation. How you ain't talked to the man in a year? Y'all did a whole trip to Disney World. How you ain't talked to the man in a year? He didn't introduce you to a whole new pain regimen. How you ain't talked to the man in a year? He done introduced you to the man that got a building down to the place where you trying to open up a new clinic. The math ain't mathing, Marie. Listen, that is your husband. And I don't have no heaven or hell to put nobody in. If you want to be with that man, be with that man. If y'all back together, be back together. If you just miss y'all's rendezvous, then rendezvous. But girl, don't be coming up with 500 different stories, because see, we gonna hear them and we gonna compare notes. And it don't make sense. It don't make sense. That's all I'm gonna say. Essie said, well, girl, I got something to tell you. I kind of overstepped and went behind your back. Marie said, you did what? She said, well, yeah, girl, I went and talked to Letitia. I mean, not Letitia. What her name? Golden Locks. She said, and Marie was like, yeah, girl, you did go behind my back. You getting a little beside yourself, honey. She said, well, I know that you said that you could never get past it until she owns what she did. She said, and I just want to be honest with you. She sort of owned it. Now, Essie, I don't know what conversation you heard, but the conversation I heard, I didn't hear her on nothing. I heard her acknowledge that she had conversation with this blogger or whoever that was putting out the information, and that she knew about the information, but she did not solicit. She did not give the information. Y'all are accusing this woman of providing the information to this particular blogger that is trying to destroy Marie's business. I didn't hear her commit to that or accept that or admit that. What I had heard her say was I knew he was gonna do it. And I told him, leave Letitia alone, but I don't really care what you do to Marie, because I don't really fuck with her like that. Now that's what I had heard. Now y'all put it in the comments if I missed where she said, yeah girl, I did what Marie said I did, but I just want to move past it. But neither here nor there, child. Essie told Marie that the girl admitted it, and Marie, for somebody that was so mad, that was so upset, that was so irate, that was so distraught, how you just gonna take Essie word for it? Why you ain't say, okay, well, I need to talk to her myself. I appreciate you going and breaking the ice. I appreciate you opening up the dialogue. But baby, I still need to talk to her, okay? I still got some questions. We still got some things we need to discuss and work out. How you just gonna be okay now? And then Essie was like, and also, I invited her to your party. Now listen. You can broker peace, Essie. You could even lie to me and tell me that you made peace. But that still don't mean I want to be electric sliding with her down to the birthday party. Okay? That does not mean that is what I feel like I need to be doing with her. Okay? But neither here nor there, child. It is what it is. So we get to the party. Essie and Maria dressed alike. They both got on red sparkly outfits. Gucci show up and say that the decor looked like a high school prom. I mean, I ain't gonna say it don't. I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm gonna say Essie picked up Party City's finest. You know, she was in the adult aisle down to the Party City, and she pieced something together. Okay. That's all. I mean, that's what I got. That's all I got. Marie mama was there, and Marie. Listen, I ain't making fun of this lady. I think she funny, but probably for the wrong reasons. But she was thanking Marie for opening up the pain management clinic. I mean, the methadone clinics, because she was like, we need them. She said, I need them because I'm so messed up on that dope. See, I feel like Marie would be more comfortable if you were talking in past tense instead of present tense. But she was talking as if I need to go to rehab today. And it's sad. So I'm not laughing at her. And I appreciate that she is honest about her situation. But I feel like, did Marie say she had already put her? Anyway, moving on, because I don't even want to dwell on it. I'm glad that Marie is helping her mama. But I think her mama funny, but again, not because she has a substance abuse problem. I just like the way she say stuff is funny to me. I don't want nobody saying I'm making fun of this woman. I'm not. But she funny the way she be saying shit. Y'all know she is. Anyway, Letitia, I mean, child, why I can't never remember that girl name? Latrice done shown up, and Marie is acting like they are best friends. They hugging and smiling and kikiing. I said, what the fuck? Your attitude done went from A to Z because Essie said so. And y'all wonder why people be saying that they think y'all a couple. Now, I ain't saying it, but that is the rumor. That is the word on the curb. Y'all dressing alike down to the party. Essie said, girl, forgive her, so you forgive her. Essie get to invite whoever she wants to the party. Like, you wonder why people be questioning. Anyway, child. So Cedric shows up and sings Happy Birthday, Child. And like I said, the way Marie was looking in them eyes, girl, he done hit it, and he hit it that night too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He did. And she told the story about how Cedric introduced her to this clinic that does this type of pain management that is different from anything that she's ever tried before for her lupus. How it has worked so well for her that she hasn't had to take any of her pain meds, her narcotics, in a week. And she said, this man has saved my life. He has saved my life. Did he? Like I said, Marie, if you want the man, just take him back. You grown. You ain't got to explain nothing to us. Anyway. So later on in the evening, Letitia goes to the side with Tiambra, and she tells Tiambra about old boy, about Damon, aka Greedy, and her friend. And she said, listen, I ain't saying that they doing anything currently. What I'm saying is that my friend said that they have a past that has overlapped y'all's situation. Okay? I ain't really trying to get in it, and I damn sure ain't trying to be messy, but I ain't about to sit here and smile in your face when I know what this woman done told me. Now, you do with that information what you will, but I just got to let you know what it is. And Tiambra was like, girl, I'm not even tripping. I know who this woman is, and yes, they're friends, but, you know, she tripping, he not. I mean, he actually let me read all the text messages, and I even scrolled through his phone, and I didn't see anything that looked sideways. Tiambra, let me tell you something, girl. In case you did not know, phones have this thing called a delete button. They can delete the text messages. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, but Tiambra was like, girl, I'm not tripping, because the two of them are friends, but they were never in anything. And if she, you know, she may have had a connection with him, but he ain't had that same connection with her. I said, famous last words, child. Listen, women, let me tell y'all something. Will y'all please stop publicly saying what y'all man won't do and ain't do? Now, if you want to privately say it, if you want to think it, fine. But will y'all stop publicly saying what your man won't do and ain't do? Because I promise you they're going to make a fool out of you every time. Anyway. So we see Tiambra with Damon. They go over to her grandmother's house so she could say, you know, kind of just do her last walkthrough and say her goodbye. She was very emotional. And they decided that they need to put a hold on trying to make a baby until they get married. And basically, Damon is like, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's get married. So Tiambra was like, you know, I feel a little silly even bringing this up, but I kind of got to ask you. So what's the dealio with you and old girl? Because Letitia told me that, you know, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm going to say this. His reaction, because he got mad at the producer because the producer was laughing. I guess when the producer asked the question, they were kind of giggling. And he got mad to myself. Oh, it's funny? Oh, you think this is funny to you? You find this funny? No comment. So then he wouldn't answer the question. And when... and that's where the episode ended, with Tiambra waiting for him. Like, they were in their confessional where he wouldn't address it, but she was waiting for him to answer her question in real time. Now, they left us on the cliffhanger. I'm sure that his response is going to be, no, she tripping. You know, I done already let you read the text messages, blah, blah, blah. But your reaction to that producer is making me feel like it's more going on that you ain't talking about. I'm just saying, you think you protest too much, bruh. I don't know, Damon. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.